Hello everyone, my name is Danielle and I'm from Cageless Readings. So today's pick a card. I don't know, I was really inspired by the colors of the card decks I was looking at. There's lots of blues and golds. And I just kind of felt like I should ask the question, what message has the universe been trying to tell you that you haven't been hearing? That's what I got from all those colors. So that being said, I actually did pre-pull all the cards for each pile, and we're just gonna see what comes through. I haven't actually looked at them, but yeah, all the cards are already pulled. So that being said, let's just get you right into your pile selection. So pile 1, your top card to choose from is this Love Endures. And it says, love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And with the lighting in here, I mean, I started to set things up and it was still pretty bright, and then I just forget how dark it gets quickly here. So I might need to turn on a light in a minute, but for now, I think it's still okay. Yeah, anyways, if you even care about that. Pile 2, we have a physical touch. And they're in like a garden with a man on one knee, and I kind of thought it was an angel, but I actually think it's just a woman with her hand out. And it says, a tender touch can mean so much. Hello, pile 1. So you chose love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation, as well as the card underneath, be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. So this is what the universe has been trying to tell you. And here we go. Sorry, I've been telling it. The people in my card readings, if you've watched my other ones, keep keeping my nails really short, getting back into like rock climbing and playing the guitar, and gosh, it's a challenge to pick up cards off a table. So if you see me struggling, it's just because I have no nails whatsoever to grab anything with. So bear with me and the kind of patheticness of not being able to pick up a thing. So yeah, that's still in frame. I might need to just expand that a little. There we go. Okay, we have some sun coming into the frame. Love that. It makes it a little hard to see the card sometimes though. So throat chakra, that is so appropriate for what has the universe been trying to tell you but you haven't been able to hear. For those of you who are like, what does that mean? Throat chakra, it is all about communication, but it's also about our ability to listen, right? Because communication isn't just us talking, it's also us being active listeners, and hearing what other people are saying for what they mean. Yeah. So then we also have release. Listen to your intuitive feelings. We have harmony. We have some vibes of getting into more joy for you, dreams, ideas and inspiration. Oh, I love this. I love this. You guys have some good messages coming through. Your internal spirit, higher self, sacred intuition. You have, is there not another one talking about? Yeah, intuition. 2 cards about intuition. Sensitivities and strengths. Ooh, I didn't quite realize how many cards I pulled. Archangel Raziel, wisdom, inspiration. Oh my gosh, you got 2 cards that say inspiration. You know what? Why don't we put all the cards that say the same thing together? Why don't we? Okay. We have cooperation instead of competition. I see that as the harmony. That goes well with it. Visualize abundance in all forms. And abundance mindset. Okay, yes, it makes sense that you cannot see all these cards because this is a lot of cards. We'll go like that. For those of you who really like to see them all, we'll just scooch them over. Okay, looks like Toby is going to be vocal in this reading for you as he's making some noises over there, some cat sounds. Okay, so right away... there's like such a big message from the universe to be more hopeful about your life and the direction it's heading. So I don't know what's going on in your day-to-day pile one, but for sure I feel like you, like, I literally see the tides are changing. Like I see you on this, the card you chose, Love Endures. I actually see the meaning behind that card so strongly around tides are changing. You're setting sail towards towards a smoother path, towards more joy, towards more cooperation and partnership and harmonious relationships. That's a really big one. You have a lot of harmony. I almost said horny relationships. Harmonious relationships is what I was trying to say. Coming your way. And I feel like you've been in a period of feeling quite isolated and alone, or like maybe you have some like friends or people you're developing friendships with, but I don't feel like you have as close of friends as you would like. So maybe you just don't have people who are as available to be supportive of you or to hang out with you as you would like. So maybe your friends are like parents, they have like young children or something like that. Because I do feel like that is something that's changing, is this period of isolation. Or feeling a little less supported. Yeah, even when I say sensitivity and strength, like I really feel like there's like time to come in now where you can be more vulnerable and you don't have to be so strong all the time and figuring things out on your own. Sorry, I'm just looking at some more information. Yeah, I feel so connected. The throat chakra, harmony, and this changing tides. There's so much, like, you might have a lot of sacral chakra activity going on. I know this is throat chakra, but I think it's because it's all about you hearing and seeing how the world around you is changing. So sometimes I feel like the throat chakra is very closely linked to like ear chakras. I mean, I know that third eye is sometimes also related to the ear chakras, but I'm really saying that because I just feel so much like that the way that you're hearing things and seeing things in the world are changing. So maybe in previous situations, someone might have said something and maybe it would have triggered you, or you would have thought they were saying no. And now you see that they're not saying no. They're just asking for more information or something like that. I don't know. You're going to have to understand that one for yourself based on your situation. But I really feel like your viewpoint has changed. There is so much change that has happened. Like this pile has gone through quite a transformation. So this probably means you've gone through some chaos naturally to get through. Like, look at the tides, like chaotic tides is what you've come from, and you're going to smoother waters. But I keep being so drawn to this couple here, like these two people who are holding each other and like they have each other's backs. It feels comforting, safe, supportive. And then I feel like I just also keep being drawn to the angelic being behind them, who is like, oh, that was Toby, jumping up on a shelf, guiding them along the way. And the other thing I keep seeing too is music. So fiddles. Fiddles. I don't know if you play the fiddle or you like the fiddle, or maybe you also play a violin, but I kind of keep getting the word fiddle. So you also take that as it resonates because that's pretty specific. So, so interesting. You know what's also interesting too is like this little red tie here on my wrist. I was like, oh, I haven't really acknowledged it much. It's been on my wrist for a while now. But I got it put on me from a women's circle. As we entered and joined the circle, we winded. I can't say the verb right. Can't conjugate that. Noun? Is that a noun? Adjective? I don't know. I think it's a verb. I'm confused right now. Whatever. I wound it around my wrist, and then I had passed it to the next. So we're all linked in our sisterhood group by this red thread, and then we leave it on until it chooses to fall off. Or you didn't have to leave it on, but I loved it. And I wanted to bring the sisterhood energy into my life until it wanted to go. So I haven't actually talked about it in any of my card readings, but I've had it on my wrist for a while. And I was thinking about it when I was starting this pile. I was like, oh, I wonder if they'll see my sisterhood string. And I just really feel like this is like an energy you're going into, like connection, really good connections, supportive connections. I mean, literally, you have the card that says be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. Do you want to talk about this a little bit? I've been seeing this card a lot in my own personal readings, and I really just keep getting such a strong energy around it. Doesn't have to be romantic. Like, literally, if you're like wanting to build relationships, close relationships with other females or males, it's just important that you also show up, right? That you also initiate and put in the effort to grow those connections and lean into them. Lean in. So what does that mean? If they ask you a question, you can choose to lean away, not answer it, pretend you didn't hear it, or you can lean into it and give them an answer. So sometimes it's easier than other times, and you always have to go with your own discernment and know how vulnerable to be and when it's oversharing, right? Like, people do need to earn your trust, but there's also amount that needs to be given so that the relationship can flourish. So I am talking about all relationships here, right? So both friendships and partnerships. And I just feel like this is a little like validation or confirmation to you to not be afraid to lean into some of these connections you're making, just to see if there's potential for them to grow, right? Because I just feel like you are being given some really great people, and it's just up to you to like open up your heart. This is kind of what I'm seeing here with this card over here. It says wisdom, inspiration, and Akashic records. I wonder if this pile has done a lot of work around the sisterhood wounding or the brotherhood wounding. So what does that mean? It just means like if you have felt unsafe around men or unsafe around women, or like hurt by men or women specifically. I wonder if you've brought that into your awareness recently and you're trying to heal that, because I feel like I just see like you're trying to open up your heart to these types of connections, whichever ones you've had this wounding from. And I really like it. It makes me think of like dandelions and like putting it out there and like putting out the frequency that you're ready for these kinds of changes. And why I feel like so called to that is the Akashic records. I feel like you're transforming generational patterns. So it's very likely that maybe your mom or your dad, whatever wounding you have, has had that wounding with that same gender back up their tree line, up your whole ancestry. And I think you're really just clearing that out. Feels like you're done with that. Which is why I feel like this just feels like you're in such a transformative time, pile one. It feels like you've like overcome some generational traumas. Some of you might call them curses, which really just means like patterns, like things that have been stuck in your family forever. It doesn't mean someone literally had to curse you. It just is like a pattern, we'll say. But someone here calls it their family curse, to like always get hurt by women or always get hurt by men. I don't know. That's coming through pretty strongly for somebody. Once again, very specific, so just take it or leave it as it resonates. But yeah, I like this like down here energy a lot. I feel like this is really talking about, like, here we're talking about releasing, changing how you're seeing things. And then it's talking about all these inspired ideas and your dream time, your dreams being really, really powerful. Like it feels like they're grounding in this new you. Like you're getting more and more downloads and more clarity on who you want to be, what you're feeling passionate towards, moving towards. Some of you might have been previously saying like, I don't know what my purpose is in life. I don't know what my soul purpose is. And I think you're getting some awareness and some clarity on what that is, through dreams, through just guided, inspired action. I mean, I love when I see so much orange, because to me it means you're just in flow and creativity. You're just listening to the universe and you're just taking it as it comes and you're enjoying what you can of it and experiencing the experience, whether it's positive or negative. You're just here to experience it, and that's such a great attitude to have. But here it says visualize abundance in all forms. Like, know that like you're not meant to continue down this chaotic period. If you were in a really chaotic turmoil like tower moment before this, that all was a trusted planned thing so that you could come to these smoother waters. Like, so much creation energy here, so much. That's the thing. When you have a tower moment, you have so much creation energy. There's so much change. You get to completely do a 180 if you want. You could do a 360 and spin around and do the same thing again if you wanted to, but I don't think you're going to do that. There's so much reflection that comes through in your energy. You have really transitioned, really changed. you're a very different person now, I think, than you were even a little while ago. Some of you, this could be like a month ago, I felt like a totally different person. Maybe it was 5 months ago, or it could even be a year ago. But there's just like so much change that's come through you. And then we have intuitive, listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body's receiving accurate messages from the divine. This is just confirmations that you're not being overly hopeful. Like, these messages are clear and true to you. If you are seeing synchronistic numbers, literally tell yourself, pause and tell yourself, I'm being told by my guides and these angelic beings who care for me and make sure that everything is working out for the best for me at the best time, are telling me I'm exactly where I need to be right now. That is what it means when you are seeing these synchronistic numbers. Okay, so if you're like, I'm running late for this, or I should have done that, and you look at your watch and it says it's like 2:22 p.m., be like, oh, I'm not running late. I am exactly where I was supposed to be right now. Know that. Okay? Whatever time, if it's 12:34 or 4:44 or 5:55 or whatever, 3:33, just know that it is telling you. Also, it could be 11:44 or 11:33. Those are all angelic numbers. It's telling you are exactly where you're meant to be. Stop worrying. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Okay? Trust. I feel like I keep getting that. Trust your intuition. Trust that you're exactly doing as you're supposed to do, and you're being guided as you're supposed to be guided, and you're just in harmony and flow with yourself right now and the universe and listening to it. So, cooperation instead of competition. This is like that shifting energy of, instead of feeling like you're going up against other people and sort of like having to, you know, like survive, or maybe even like financially beat something, I don't know. You're not in that energy anymore. You realize there's enough for everyone, and everyone can have everything. Abundance is the natural frequency that we are all aligned with. And I also, once again, are so drawn to the music. I don't know, maybe you dance, maybe you line dance. I feel like I'm seeing very folky instruments here. Fiddles, violins, banjos. I mean, I do live in Canmore, so I am being biased to the folk music here. But I do feel like I just see very instrumental music that really gets you moving, that's very expressive. Could also be operas, I guess, or symphonies, like just lots of music, lots of different instruments that produce lots of emotion. I don't know if you play an instrument, or you like going to those, or you've been listening to that, but I don't know, it's coming up for you. It's key. I think it's helping you shift energies. That's how you're shifting frequency so quickly, is you're literally using this music to clear out the old. It's great. Awesome. Keep listening to that music, or playing that music, or dancing to that music, whatever you're doing. Your guides like it, your body likes it, you're doing good. Abundance mindset. So here it's coming through again. You know that those chaotic times were a thing of the past, and open up that heart chakra. I keep getting that. Open up your heart chakra to receive. You are receiving the most bountiful, beautiful things in life, and you're not doing it by yourself. Other people want to see you succeed. You actually know people like that. You're getting to know people like that. You're going to meet people like that. If you've been like, I never feel like there is people out there who want to see me succeed, it's all competition, that is an old story. You're going into a new story now. Okay? If you think of your, let me read this. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. And I think you are experiencing this. I just think this intuition card's coming up to say, like, don't doubt yourself. You are experiencing it. You are receiving abundance. You are beautiful. You are so watched after by this like angelic people. They're just all around you all the time, trying to be of service to you and make sure everything only happens in your highest good. The world is working for you. That's what I want to keep telling this pile. The world is working for you. That is what your guides want you to know. If you start doubting things, getting worried, just know the world is always working out the best for you. Okay, internal spirit, higher self, sacred intuition. Really just, if you've been meditating, if you've been connecting with yourself, just keep doing that. That's a great practice. Once again, it's talking about the heart chakra, listening to the heart, and I even feel like, and opening your third eye. So you don't want to over open or over activate your third eye, but I feel like it is saying, like, you are getting some upgrades there. You are starting to change the way you see your life and the limits you have set or previously seen your life to have. So pretty great reading, guys. Just saying, you got a lot of great things coming in. The only thing I feel is your doubt. That's the only like little block I'm seeing. So they're like, just keep reminding yourself that those blocks don't exist anymore. The only block right now is you doubting that it's possible and real for you. Everything else is open for you to have it. I know, it's that easy. I feel like some of you are like, what? I don't know. That's too easy. No, you got it. Your suffering's over. You're in a cycle of abundance right now. Enjoy it. Live through it. Love it. Play in it. Dance to it. You got it. Okay, believe it or not, this is all I have for you, pile one. Just lots of great stuff your way. Lots of great inspiration, ideas. You know, you're nailing it right now. Trust and know that you are safe. You're safe. And tides are changing. Yeah, I feel like you actually, like, you might feel out of control, but you're the most in control of your life you've ever been, which is kind of ironic. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you would like to support this channel, I so appreciate if you leave a like or a comment. It just helps the video get some more views, and I really appreciate that. So you have a good one, and maybe I'll catch you around. Hello, Pile 2. So, your card that you chose is Physical Touch, and actions speak loudly. Whew, I definitely get some partnership vibes. Guidance around partnership, but let's see what your other cards say. So, we have Family Tree. Okay, yep, think it's still partnership. Angel Haniel, Joy, Blessings, Intuition. Sorry, can we fit? Oh yes, we can fit another one here. Awesome. We also have Archangel Raguel, Justice, Harmony, and Solutions. Awesome. Bountiful Nature. Face your financial fears. God is your source. Twin Flame. Cut your cords. Shield yourself. Retreat. Nature. Archangel Michael. And answered prayer. Okay, you might see Toby's head there. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I got some strong, like, parent vibe coming through. Partner with partner with kids. Family, like, I feel like if you might be married, you might have kids. Do you have kids? Or maybe you just have pets. I don't know. But then I also feel like you work a job as well on top of that. Because, yeah, is that what it is? Sorry. I feel like I say it and then it's like, wait, there's also another energy here. So this is one of those fun piles where there's two kind of major energies and I get to get bounced around them a little bit. So, if you chose this pile, I definitely feel like it's giving you some guidance on maybe feeling overwhelmed right now and like nothing is really working out in your family life, maybe your work is very exhausting and frustrating. I also keep getting like in-laws, or like maybe they're not even like technically your in-laws, maybe it's just like your boyfriend or girlfriend's family members, but you know, in-laws for just the ease of the word. I just feel like there's like some yuckiness around that. Like I feel like maybe there's some like beliefs that contradict, or maybe like you're with someone whose family has a more traditional upbringing, or religious upbringing, or what am I trying to say? I just feel like there's something that's not aligning with you and this person's family that you're interacting with, or it could even be your own family. But it does feel, no, I do feel like it is their family. It feels like not attached to you. It feels attached to the person in your life, has funky energy around them. Or maybe they just like have some friends you don't like the energy of or something like that. Hopefully this makes sense to you because you have a ton of clearing energy to get feeling like yourself. And there is some advice on what to do about this spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend energy. If you're having some disharmony, there we go, in that relationship. Okay, so I do want to start with this shield, cut your cords, Archangel Michael kind of energy here, retreats. So I definitely feel like, so if it is in-laws, or anyone really applies to, I feel like when I see cut the cords, I do feel like it's important that you essentially clear your energy between this spouse or partner of yours. So what would that look like? I recommend doing Ho'oponopono. There's a lot of different ways to do energy cord cutting. If you have a way that you like to use, I would just suggest use that towards your partner around this circumstance, because when I feel into your relationship for this pile too, I feel tension around, like, between the two of you because of this third party energy, and it does feel like family relations. It feels like parents, mothers, fathers, grandparents, cousins, sisters, and brothers. I don't know. It's just like very heavy family belief systems that feel very traditional, that kind of are not what you choose to be living in or living by. Does that make sense? Like, maybe you're not religious anymore, or I don't want to say like you want to say like there's some like very traditional gender roles or belief systems around what you should or shouldn't be doing, and it's very frictionful and it just feels kind of yucky. That's, I keep getting that. It feels yucky and gross, and it feels very limiting, and it feels like they're just putting their like belief systems on you. So that feels like a tension between you and your partner. So how you would clear cords if you do Ho'oponopono is you basically, it works under the principle that if we all are connected and we all are from one source, then we all are one. If you've heard of that, like the concept that we all are one being, that have forgotten that we are all interconnected. Another way I like to look at it is like, you know how they'll say mushrooms can communicate with each other? Like there's that myofascia. I don't think that's the right word. I think I'm thinking of like physio terms or something right now. Is that what it is? I don't know, whatever. There's like a way that trees communicate, that plants all communicate, and mushrooms communicate with each other, and it just keeps them all interlinked. They're actually one thing. Kind of like us humans, but we just don't remember that a lot of the times. And so working under that principle that we are all one, you are them and they are you, then you send like a healing blessing to them so that it can get rid of that tension and that sort of gross feeling. So it says, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And I like to end it with God bless you, or I really bless you, I release you, you release me. So that's like an extended that I added, because I mean, I just say God bless you, not because I believe in a God, and maybe that word will be triggering for this pile, but I just believe like that highest, whatever the highest source or power out there, may you be blessed with just that most powerful, loving energy, because to me, that's really all people need, right? If there's a friction or a tension, or someone's putting a lot of fear on you about their beliefs and you not following them, they need some healing. They need some healing. So I feel like that's a healing prayer. Like you're saying, I love you. I'm sorry, I feel like some people here are like, I don't get it. Like, it's almost like you're doing inner child work on them, on behalf of them, but you're also healing yourself at the same time, because we're all one. I feel like I'm really confusing some people in this pile. I'm so sorry. Maybe just Google Ho'oponopono and get it to explain it to you. But yeah, basically, like, what does everyone need to know? That they are loved. What do most people fear or are triggered by is that they're not lovable or they're not loved. I'm sorry. Most people have never heard that from the person that's hurt them the most. So it's almost like you're saying that. This is all done in your head, by the way, or you could say it out loud, but you don't actually say it to the person. You could if you wanted to, but Ho'oponopono works on the belief system that because we're all connected, you can just say to yourself, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, God bless you, I release you, you release me. And I just feel like that's so completing, and it just like clears that awkward, gross energy, heals it, clears it, gone. And even says like, I release it and you're not putting it on me anymore. And I release whatever I'm attached to that's drawing this in, I release that so that I don't experience this from you anymore. So it's basically a prayer that you kind of say like again and again and again, and you can do it for anyone, any situation. And I recommend you do that around this situation and the person you're with, this partner. And then I also would recommend that you sort of like envision like the family tree. So you could just put like your partner's last name or something, and then just envision saying the Ho'oponopono prayer or that energy clearing prayer to that name. And I just feel like that will help you not take on so much of their stuff, because there's just so much of their energy surrounding you, and we just don't like that for your energy health, for your, you know, just feeling good in the world. So that is a big message coming through. Archangel Michael is the angel who normally does cord cutting. So if you don't like that, other people just ask Archangel Michael to cut cords between them and other people, and you just trust that it's done. Shielding yourself. So shielding yourself is very interesting. I find if you're rooted and grounded in yourself, if you're just constantly being grounded, grounded in your body, then it's actually very hard for anything to come in and get attached to you. If you're constantly ungrounded, then that's when you kind of can take on other people's stuff, because you don't realize it's not yours, because you're not like fully embodied to see that you're taking on other people's stuff. And with these people's opinions being very, like, I think, present in your relationship, it might be wise just to actually do an energy shield. So you can just picture yourself in a pyramid of light. You can literally ask Archangel Michael to keep any energies that are not yours out of your bubble, stop them from attaching you. It's really that easy, but you just have to set the intention, and then also bring to your awareness that what is your energy and what is not. Yeah, so that seems pretty important. Either you got like 3 cards talking about it. Also, the twin flame card, I feel like I keep seeing that for like saying like, I mean, you might literally feel like you're in a relationship with your twin flame, but I'm getting a stronger energy that this card actually came through to give a message to me for you around the fact that this is very karmic, what you're experiencing with this person's family. Very karmic. Like, I don't know. I feel like you have past lives with their family members. And it's almost like you're in a position now where you're clearing up karma from other lifetimes. So maybe you like previously got triggered or didn't do something because of these people's belief systems. I'm not totally sure, but it does just feel super karmic. I don't necessarily think though that the person you're with is actually your twin flame. I think their family members is like your karmic lesson. Okay, but like I said, general reading, you take it or leave it as you like. And even with this harmony and balance card, like, I think it's talking about harmony and balance in your life and how to get there, but also that there is just like you're balancing out karma stuff with these family members. So it might even make sense me saying this to you, because you might have been like, I've always struggled with their family. We've been together for 25 years and I've always struggled with his family, his sister or her sister, or, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like it's actually sibling energy that's really bothering you right now. That's super specific and random. So once again, take it or leave it. Yeah, answered prayer, nature. So the other thing we kind of have here is like retreating. Like, so what I'm kind of getting here is like, if you are, what is going on here? I wonder if some of you literally are like hosting the family over or something like that. Like, I get that they're in your space for a time and you can't do much about it. And it's just saying like, take time to get away and respect your own needs and boundaries. So I don't know, maybe you're temporarily living with a family member of theirs. Maybe they are ill right now and you are having to go visit them a lot or care for them a lot, and that's why it's super triggering. And you, like, I just feel like you're in a situation where you're kind of stuck in your space. Yeah, I think that's probably why I wonder if this is even fundamentally why everything's kind of being triggered, because I feel like your partner also gets a little triggered by this family dynamic, but they don't really know how to be there for you, and you need them to be there for you, and you're also trying to be there for them, and it just feels like everything kind of, that's like the starting point, and everything kind of hits the fan from there, if that makes sense. And goes downhill a little bit because of this family stuff triggering both of you. Sorry, I got really thirsty there. I was like, I just need to pause and take a really big drink. Maybe you should even do that. Drinking water is very clearing and grounding. Maybe you need to drink more water as well when you're like hearing their stuff, to literally flush that stuff out of your system. Oh, Millie, that was such a cute little meow. Anyways. And there is a lot of water here. Waterfalls. Lots of waterfalls. Anyways, when it's this answered prayer, I feel like there is a solution coming your way around this family situation. You wonder if you've been asking for, like, I keep wondering if someone's, like, under care, if you're, like, waiting for like a spot to open up in a assistant living home, or if you're waiting for like funds to come through for them so that they can afford a place of their own, or that their health gets better. I don't know. I don't really feel like it's health so much. I feel like it's getting other support systems that isn't you to watch this person or help this person. And I feel like there is stuff coming in. There is stuff coming their way. You will not be in this situation forever. But in the meantime, they are being very adamant. Like, still is going to be some time where you need to clear your energy, send out those healing prayers, ask Archangel Michael to be with you, and get out in nature and clear yourself, clear up that energy of yours, because it's just gonna make you feel and remember who you are. Feel like yourself and remember who you are. This retreat energy, feeling more peace and light, because this person's energy is very heavy too. Whoever this person is, I'm not sure. You probably already know that their energy is very, very heavy, and your energy is naturally very light. So it is just all kinds of yuck for you to be stuck in it. So sorry about that. Let's move on though to this next layer they're talking about. So there is definitely financial stuff coming through, which is kind of what I was getting with this answered prayer. Like, I just feel like maybe you're waiting for something. I feel like some sort of assistance, aid, funding, job, interview, something like that to come through. Oh, here's Millie. Oh, girl, what a cute stretch. Careful, there's a little candle there. Yeah, maybe a solution will come in divine timing for you. As Millie is known to be very divine. She's the only lady in the house of all the boy cats. Okay. Oh no, did you burn yourself? Oh no. We'll blow that out. Oh, there we go. She doesn't like the smell of smoke, so that just worked. Mutually benefiting. Are you okay? Oh no. Did that hurt you? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Are you good? Yeah. I'm sorry, Mel. She just looks so sad. Okay. Anyways, so I do feel like, yeah, there is quite some fears around finances. And I do just feel like the messages, the guidance for you around that. Okay, so the only thing I'm kind of getting is just like there's like a need to sort of, I feel like maybe in your upbringing that there was like some financial fears, but it's kind of like addressing that. Like, what is actually your fear and what was your family's? What was going on there? I feel like there's so much around, feels very, like, I feel like there's a lot of karmic stuff that you guys are just healing and working through, generational karmic stuff, which is just, I'm so sorry. This stuff is like so heavy and frustrating and gross to deal with, but I do feel like there is like a layer there. Like, I wonder if your family's always struggled with finances or being good with when they get money, keeping it. I almost feel like there's this belief of like maybe they don't deserve it, or it's like a hot potato, they gotta pass it on quickly. I don't know, it's weird. There's something there. There's something about the family line and money. And then once again, the advice is once again like getting out, getting in nature, connecting with the ground, getting rooted, getting outside more. Maybe you love gardening, maybe you love flowers, maybe it makes you feel grounded and safe. I don't know, but nature comes up a lot for you. It says spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside, enjoy a walk or hike with your pet, meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. And it's funny, I keep wanting to say benefits you. It benefits you. Keeps trying to pop out of my mouth. You know what? I had like a thought as I was reading this. The limitness. You wonder if, because when you're in nature, maybe you realize how much everything there is. Maybe you see like there's wild raspberries growing everywhere. Maybe you see like flowers everywhere. Like, I just feel like you start to really feel like everything you could need in life you could find out there. Like, like you'll be okay. Like, there's so much abundance out there. It's in this societal system that we can sometimes feel like we're chasing our own tails, and this gets you out of that rat race feeling and into this and flow and abundance and everything's good and everything will be okay. I think you're also very resourceful. I don't know, maybe there's like, maybe you guys literally hunt, someone in your family hunts or something like that. Maybe you literally forage. Like, I just feel like you're very good in nature. You're very resourceful. You're very more yourself and natural when you're in nature. It just is where you things make sense to you there. Okay. Let's see here. Physical touch, tender touch can mean so much, and actions speak loudly. So I kind of get this as love languages. So I just feel like your partner might be someone who is very physical based. Maybe you are too, or maybe you're even needing this from your partner. Actually, I'm kind of getting a little bit of that, where like maybe you need your partner to not just say things, but actually physically take action on what they say they're gonna do, to feel loved and valuable. And maybe you just need more sensual touching versus like actual physical sex, physical intimacy. I mean, you take it or leave it, but I just feel like when I see him holding this woman's hand, I feel like it's the softness, the tenderness, and the attention and true connection and intimacy of that this person is craving. And I just feel like if this is what you're feeling like you need, I do feel like there is a benefit in voicing it, and also expressing it in ways yourself back, if that makes sense, so that your partner can understand, be like, this is what I'm wanting from you, this is what I'm needing from you right now. And just, I don't know, I just feel like there's some clear communication around that. And I also get like, if you're feeling so triggered and your partner isn't giving you this, you might be more triggered because you feel like they're withholding this from you. But I actually just feel like your partner is like, I don't know what's going on with them, but I think they're just triggered and behaving like they were as a child. Like, that's the energy I see. Like, I don't know if it's I think it's their family member that's staying with you or in contact with you guys a lot, and I just feel like they are behaving like 8-year-old them or 16-year-old them who feels very powerless. And I feel like I think that might even be the thing that's like frustrating for this pile, is you're like, what happened to my partner? Like, who are they right now? So I think there's definitely like pointing out that you need some of this. You need to have a conversation around this and like say like, look, I just need to know that we're good. I don't know. I think you already know this. I feel like I'm just saying it, and on the other side of this video, you're all like, yes. Something like that. Family tree, expansion, legacy. Yeah, to me this card is really just talking about the family system and like what this card reading was talking about, and just, I don't know, I just feel like maybe there's a ton of family members underneath one roof. That's what I keep getting as well. And then joy, blessings, intuition. Oh, Archangel Haniel, just talking about joy coming in. She's all about just fun. Having fun and loving. And such a feminine energy. So I just really feel like, I feel like that's actually how you are normally, is more joyful and lighthearted and playful. And I think that's what you're struggling with right now, is this dense energy, not feeling like yourself. So, just needing to take time to retreat, go in nature, have that conversation about what you're needing from your partner. I know, I can already feel how hard that conversation is going to be, though. Like, I feel that they are so emotionally unpresent right now because of the whole situation. So if that's the case, you might even need to just maybe get a massage or something like that, or ask your partner even to massage you. Like, if emotionally they can't be available right now, then maybe you can just ask, like, can you do this for me and I'll do it for you, or something like that. I don't know, I feel like this is a very creative file, and every time I try to talk about this, I feel like a solution that you're wanting, and your needs. So I'm just gonna trust that you know how to get them. So anyways, I think this is all I have for you, pile 2. I am wishing you the best of luck with this situation. This just seems so challenging right now and so frustrating. So I just hope that you get to have your prayers answered. There we go. And just, you just keep taking care of yourself and make sure that your needs are getting met so that you can be the best version you can be. And as long as you're communicating them and doing everything that you can to take care of yourself first, I think you're going to make it through this. a lot of karmic stuff you're working through. Shit ton of karmic stuff. So good job. You're crushing it. Yeah, so I'm going to leave you here. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped in some way with everything. And if you liked the video, I so appreciate it. If you could literally leave a thumbs up or a comment, it just helps the video get more views. So thanks for doing that if you do. Hello, pile 3. So you chose Speak the Language of Love. And underneath it, it says, consider your foundations. So I will put this here. Okay, so far I've had a lot of cards. So, oh, you got a third one. Ooh, relationship patterns. Ooh, interesting. Wow, I always love it when these cards all kind of like make sense with each other. Okay, we also have donations, tithing, and charitable work. Tithing? I don't know how to say that word. It is safe for you to receive. Block out distractions. Currents or emotions. Confusion. Teacher. Truth and integrity. Love that. Intention. Guardian angel. Workshops and seminars. Okay, that's interesting. You have 2 things talking about new things, learning new things. If you get nervous, focus on service. Past life issue. Emotional sensitivity and books. Okay, well, I'm going to take a wild assumption here, pile 3, and say you are literally learning something. I don't know. This is workshops and seminars, learning a new path, getting a mentor or a teacher perhaps, and books, like upgrading what you know. So let me just see here. I don't know why I feel like this pile does spiritual things. I don't know, or you're trying to. I feel like you're multitasking right now. I feel like that's why the block out distraction stuff is coming through. Like I feel like you're doing one job and you're totally getting into something different. So maybe you're like taking a shamanic workshop. Maybe you're doing some sort of, I wanted to say 5-path Chinese medicine something. What is that called? I can't remember. Maybe you're learning Chinese medicine of some sort. Acupuncture, Reiki, card readings. Oh, sorry. I'm just like, what else is there that's like spiritual? Occult stuff. I don't know. I feel like you're doing more energy work though, working with energy, but it feels like you're going down a path that involves mentorship, kind of more of a program. So if you're taking Reiki, I think you're literally being mentored for like a year or 2 afterwards. Or if you are, I feel apprenticeship energy. I don't know. I just feel like you're following something. It's like a year or 2 course. Maybe you're going to become a tantric practitioner. No, now I'm just putting my life on you. But maybe you are. I mean, sometimes when I do things, it comes out in my readings, and other people are doing them too, right? Because we're all doing similar things in the world. Okay, but anyways, I do just feel like you're doing like a program or a course, but you are also doing another job that is like paying the bills, that is more like, I think you'd say your normal job or something like that. But it's really interesting. Whatever you're doing is activating your crown a lot. So much crown chakra work being done. I feel like I want to say upgrades, changes. Same with your sacral and your root chakra. So whatever you're doing is really opening you up, really is following your passion and your joy. Definitely. And it's definitely clearing up and working through some younger you stuff. We'll say some trauma, some value and belief work. That's what I want to specifically say when I see this card here. I feel like it's really working on your value and your belief and your perception about you. There's a lot of inner child stuff coming up though for this pile. So I mean, you're probably feeling it. You're probably like, yeah, I get that. I do think it is because of these workshops, things you're doing. It is like bringing up stuff from the past, but it feels good. Like it feels like you're gonna work through it, It feels like it's coming up so it can be cleared, healed, and released, and you will be a better position to be a neutral, unbiased practitioner, or resource for people is what I want to say. It is for your elevation. It's interesting. They're using little words that I wouldn't really use normally, so it might be words that you use, not normal to me. To elevate yourself. There we go. It's to elevate your ability to hold space for people and be neutral. Definitely get that pretty strongly. Past life issues. This is very interesting. I actually get this around whatever like work you're doing. I think there is some past life shenanigans that might be coming through. So if you keep feeling like you're worried you're gonna get like locked up and put in a crazy institute, crazy asylum, can't remember the insane asylum. That's where you go. Insane asylum, or you're worried. You're triggered a lot about talking about certain things outside of the classroom. Like, I think this is going to be your key right here. Pile 3 is definitely past life healing could be needed to just stop some of that. I don't know. You could probably even do it for yourself. Depends on what kind of energy work you're doing and what you know what to do, or you could just go seek out a practitioner. You know what, I feel like most people can do past life healings these days. I mean, I don't want to say that blankly. I don't know where you live. I don't know your normal circles. Most of the Reiki practitioners I know, we can do past life stuff, you know. It's just energy work. But I would maybe just, second, I'm going to be careful what I say here. Make sure that you go see someone who actually knows how to do some sort of past life clearing or healing. You're not going to be like the first person they've ever done, unless, you know, you're like practicing on someone and you have agreed to this. Make sure they actually ask questions. Make sure they actually know. Currents of emotion and confusion, uncontrolled feelings. You're definitely going to be feeling just all over the place, but that makes sense. You're being triggered about past life issues, about feeling safe to do this work. And then I also feel like all this work is bringing up like your childhood shit. That's what we're going to call it. I don't know. I think that's what you would say, because this is just the energy you're in. But you know what? I'm looking at it and it actually feels like a very healthy place to be. I think it's good to let that process and flow and work through itself and not try to get rid of it or disacknowledge it, because it really is going to be to your benefit. And right now, yeah, I feel like you're not totally sure exactly what you're going to do with the stuff you're taking. Maybe that's even the thing. Maybe you're like taking training and you're like, I have no idea how I'm going to do any work for this, how I'm going to get money out of this. But it's like, just keep following the flow. And eventually you'll get there. It might take a year, it could take 5 years, but you're going to figure it out. It's all happening in the right time for you and exactly the way it's supposed to. That's a big theme in all these piles. Everything's happening for you exactly as it's supposed to. I didn't know what I would be doing when I actually started taking shamanic course. That was my first thing I ever did in the spiritual realm. I didn't know where I was going to go with that. I definitely didn't think I'd be an angelic card reader. Or that's technically what I like got a little certificate for. Intuitive angelic card reader or whatever it was. I don't know, it's a super long name. And even now, like, I'm not really sure if a lot of people would say I really work that much with the angels, because I believe more in working with whatever guides the clients work with. So my brief background in shamanic healing, intrusive energy stuff, and angelic realms, and then also just like Reiki with the chakra systems, I think has made me exactly the person I need to be neutral in each client's situation, because I just go, okay, well, what are the rules of their reality? And those are the rules I will follow in giving them solutions and guidance and advice. So you never know where it's going to take you. And yeah, it is so natural for you to feel like your life is just a bit of a mess. I feel like I want to say a healing crisis. You might be experiencing a bit of that just with everything coming through. But I don't know, it just says honor it, honor and respect your deep emotions right now and just flow through it. Really be in that feminine energy. Let whatever needs to happen just happen. So if you gotta feel a little angry about it, you gotta feel happy about it, cry about it, dance to it, you know, you just let that be, and that is how you can move through it the fastest, which is just like the nicest way to move through anything, right? Is not long and slowly. It's flow through it. Don't resist. Anyways, so it is safe for you to receive, block out distractions. So I just feel like this is like making sure you're prioritizing time for yourself to like emotionally give yourself time to go through the stuff you need to go through. So don't be pushing yourself too hard, but also I feel like block out distractions is coming through too for make sure that you're prioritizing time to do this stuff. I think you like it. I think you like doing it, but there's a block here. I feel like there's literally a block. Maybe that's why the past life issue thing is coming up, where it's like maybe because you feel unsafe learning it, you're super excited about it, but then you keep like blocking yourself out because of this fear, which is totally reasonable. I feel like you probably were like burned at the stake or the insane asylum thing. I don't know, that seems pretty strong for this pile. Like you were put away for your beliefs in this stuff. So you just need like a pretty general past life clearing, I think will help. And have them maybe explain what happened in that past life, and you can just be like, oh wow, well that makes sense why I've been avoiding this and been really triggered sometimes and I don't know why. Yeah, and it's safe to receive. I just feel like you're going into, it's like I feel a little bit of a hibernation time, which will be good for healing. Like things might be moving a little bit slower, maybe career wise, maybe like friend hangout wise, but it's all for your benefit. You just need time to kind of like process this and move through this, so you can kind of get through it faster. I know it seems funny to have to slow down to move through something faster, but I just really keep getting that message for you. You're in a gentle, nurturing time for yourself. Yeah, and then I just feel like this thing over here, charitable work, just like give joyfully to people who deserve your support and inspire you. I also just feel like it's just like follow your joy. That's what I get from that card. Follow your joy. If you've been wanting to volunteer for something, volunteer for that. If you've been wanting to work with a certain group of people, see if you can get into that. Like it just feels very exploratory to me. Just explore. Maybe not the answer you want, but it's coming through pretty strong. Relationship patterns. So I think this is what's coming up for you. This is actually what's being triggered. So relationship patterns, like it takes strength to recognize the need for change. So recognizing, I would say some of your like self-destructive behaviors in relationship, but also some of the people you attract in who are destructive to you. And just releasing clearly maybe where you haven't, I feel like there's a value thing where you haven't always demanded people value you to the degree you deserve, but just bringing clarity to that and realizing that and not getting mad at yourself for it, being like, wow, I recognize that I deserve more love than this. I deserve someone who has more support for me than this. You know, just a lot of reflection. And then consider your foundations. This is also kind of where I was saying, like I can tell you're being a lot of stuff from your childhood is being triggered around your value as well, and it's just like really taking time to honor and feel through and go through that. So maybe you're even feeling called to go see therapy, a life coach, get some sort of help there to move through it faster, to have support through it, to get different perspectives. If I feel like you haven't had always the greatest supportive systems and the greatest people around you, even maybe friendship wise. So look at how committed you are to love. So this is, I just feel like saying, maybe look how love has treated you. Look how have you experienced love in your life and in your childhood, and what has that given you a foundation for standard wise in your relationships, and how do you want to change that? What do you want for yourself? What do you want your future relationships to look like, and how sturdy of a structure do you want those relationships to have? Kind of just a lot of reflection. Speak the love languages. I wonder if you haven't heard of the 5 languages of love, or how to, like, what that means or what it looks like. Yeah, I'm not totally sure. Or maybe you've also been a little scared to even say like I love you to people that you do. Like there might be a little bit of another message there for someone. Knowing that it's okay to be vulnerable and show love to people who are supportive and loving. Okay, sorry about that. I have like only a few minutes left with this file here, but my battery just died, so I quickly changed it. yeah, so I think it's just saying with this card, your loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So I even wonder too if it's just even like doing some inner child work and learning to embody more self-love, which sometimes is a really frustrating thing to hear. I know when I was younger, I used to be triggered when people would talk about, don't know what that was, self-love, love yourself more. Like, it just made me angry, but now I realize I got triggered by it because I didn't have any love for myself, and it just made me so mad to hear people say those words because I didn't want to go there. So I don't know, you're maybe not like me in that sense, but it's just, I do feel like there is a message around embodying more self-love. Loving that younger you. I actually kind of even want to read this card for you. Hang on. Do I have the deck around here somewhere? Maybe it's on the other side. Here it is. It's like I clearly took these cards out. Where did I put them? So I want to read from the guidebook what this card means, because I feel like this is a theme for you right now. And often cards will have like a really good description of it for you. So it says, a positive attitude works wonders in creating more love around you. Allow yourself to really express yourself positively. Use only wholesome words when speaking to others or even about yourself. Sorry, my cat's just scratching things. Be conscious of any language you may use out of habit and be willing to release this to create more positive energy around you. Doing this will bring more love to you. Often your exact words or actions won't be remembered. People tend to recall how something you said or did made them feel. Taking a moment to choose words that are more loving can have such an amazing impact on others. Thinking about how you convey your messages will have a profound and loving impact on others. Treat conversations with others as an occasion to discover something original. Consider the other person's point of view and treat them with compassion. There will be many opportunities to state your case or impart your viewpoint. Not impact, in part. Two young nature beings gaze lovingly at a newborn dragon sitting on a rose. Dragons may be helpful guardians as well as educators. They can help you heal. All my cats keep burning themselves on this candle. Oh, they look at it like, oh, it's so mean, but it's like, why'd you stick your nose in it? Okay. Anyways, they can help you heal the aspects of yourself that keeps you in fear mode when you are communicating. The full moon behind the sprites suggests there is an opportunity to release a pattern that no longer serves you. Trust your ability to speak your truth in a loving manner. So you have two things talking about releasing relationship patterns. So that's just very interesting when you get a double message from the same card deck in different cards. So yeah. Yeah. So I guess to conclude, what has the universe been trying to convey to you is this is a hard time right now. This is a hard time for you right now. But you are on the path you're supposed to be, even though you're not totally sure where it's going to take you. And even though you're having all this turmoil and kind of chaos come through, it is all coming up divinely so that it can be cleared and healed. And you can be like this person sitting on this rock here, calm, peaceful. And I just feel like that, like someone, like a practitioner who has their arms open, who can hold a lot of space for people. And we really have to work through our own triggers to be able to hold space for others so that we're not triggered too, right? So I think ultimately that is what you're wanting to do. I don't think you know exactly what that will look like. But like I said, you're getting a lot of crown chakra stuff going on, lots of downloads, upgrades, inspirations coming through. You're really starting to get more of an active sacral, which is awesome. And also you are definitely getting some root chakra upgrades. So that's where all this emotion's coming from. So you can remove all this fear and chaos. So you can really be grounded in yourself and be the beautiful, powerful practitioner you can be. Okay, so this is all I have for you, Pile 3. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it helps in some way, brought some clarity. If you'd like to, I always appreciate it if you leave a like or a comment. It just actually helps the video get so many more views. So thanks for doing that. And maybe I'll catch you around sometime.